Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something really fun. We're going to be grading out this yard that we have in front of the shop here. Currently it is almost flat from where I'm standing by the shop all the way back behind the backhoe, behind the bus, and then it drops off really fast. And that's really not ideal. We've had standing water right here in front of the shop here, and I've actually already taken a chunk out of here and brought it down. It's really hard to see on camera, of course, because it's fairly flat, but there really isn't any fall from the corner of the shop here all the way across to the corner of the bus, and that's not good. So I used to do earth moving, and the rule of thumb with paved surfaces is you never go less than 1% of a slope. So 1% meaning 1 foot of drop per 100 feet of travel or distance. So that's paved, and for gravel or unimpervious surfaces, so something that can actually soak in water, you want to do no less than like 1.5 to 2%. So I'm going to be safe and do 2%. So I have a stake out here that is 150 feet away from the shop, way out there. So at that stake, I need to be 3 foot lower than at the corner of the shop. So I'm gonna put a string line all the way across to the stake, and that's based off of that corner of the shop. And we'll pull a string line all the way across its level, and I might borrow a neighbor's transit for this to make sure I'm more accurate, but basically we'll pull a string line all the way out to here. We'll mark on the stake where it is, and then we'll measure 3 foot down and then put the string line down there and pull it tight. And hopefully then we'll have a good reference point so that I can use the backhoe portion of the backhoe to dig this out and get a good reference grade. It's like 10 or 15 feet wide. And then we can use that to start grading off the rest. So I started operating in the age of GPS. So my first dozer I ran was GPS, and that is cheating. So I'm gonna be doing this old school. I did it this way before, but it's not what I'd normally do. Normally I just hop in CAD and draw up a plan and just throw it in the machine and use a GPS model for it, which is what I currently do, is design models. But yeah, we don't have all the equipment. It's tens of thousands of dollars for all that equipment. So we're gonna do it old school, string line, some stakes, and hopefully a transit if I can scrounge one up. So yeah, let's get started. Good afternoon, everyone. Last night I stripped all the topsoil off of our waste site here and piled it up down at the bottom there. And now we are going to start some grading. So thankfully my neighbor had a laser with a slope function. So basically a laser keeps a nice level line with the indicator and all that. But if you have a slope function, you can tip the laser beam down to basically make your laser follow a certain slope. That way you can just use one measurement and easily basically make sure you're at grade very easily. So got that all set up. I've actually marked in my waste site a few little spots with paint marker, like top of that rock, back behind the bus, and over here. So I've marked the spots where I'm at grade already, and now it's just a matter of digging this all out. Pretty much it's a complete cut from these paint markers by the bus up to the building. And basically I figured that eventually I want 6 inches of gravel in here. So I basically measured the top of my floor height and then went down 6 inches. So when I'm digging this out, basically I should be 6 inches down from the edge of the building when I get up to there. So enough talking, let's get to working. beside it, not on it. You can check that side now. I think I'm going to call it a night. I got quite a bit done. We basically have one pass done to the halfway point. So basically where it switches to a fill. Then I just used all the dirt that I dug out for the cut here, threw that in the fill area, and kept it a little high. It's really tough to see that on camera. But then I can go through, once I have this whole cut basically, this whole trench, filled in all the way to the end of where the fill goes, and then I'll go and cut this out, and then I'll throw it over on the other side, and then we'll use that for fill for the next area. Yeah, it turned out really well. The slope laser helps so much. I have one little spot here where you can see all this bigger rock that I have a little bit of a low point that I still need to work on. When I went to clean it up with the backhoe bucket, or the front loader bucket, I kind of gouged it just a little bit too much. Here, this is all the fill area that I built up, and I just packed it in tonight just in case it rains. And we still have quite a ways to go. It'll basically be a 2% all the way to the edge of that pile over there, and then it'll tie pretty much nicely into the trees all the way around. Then we're going to do it all the way up to those trees there. So we'll have a really nice big yard when we're all said and done. So yeah, it's getting late now. I think I'm going to just fuel up the machine and call it a night. If you haven't already, this is a perfect time to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see some more dirt work. We have so much more to do on this property. We can't wait to share it all with you. And the best way to see it all is to subscribe. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.